No one really talks about this, but lying is everywhere. It's not just criminals or shady strangers. Your closest friend might lie about where they were. A family member might deny finishing your food. Even your manager might not tell you the real reason your idea got rejected. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Everybody lies. And if you don't know how to spot it, you're walking through life believing stories that were never real. But here's the advantage you've been missing. Professionals, investigators, interrogators, intelligence officers have studied deception for decades. They know exactly how to uncover it. And today, I'm going to show you the techniques that actually work. By the end of this video, you'll be able to sense a lie before the sentence even ends. Let's begin. 1. The assumption question. Most people make lying easy. They ask soft, simple questions like, "Did you go out last night?" That's a yes or no question, easy to fake. Instead, flip the script. Ask something like, "What kept you out so late last night?" Notice what happened? You're not asking if they went out. You're operating as if they did. Now they're forced to either correct you or build a story on the spot. And building stories under pressure is where deception starts to crack. 2. The first 5 seconds. Here's something powerful. When you ask a direct question, the truth shows up in the body before the lie forms in the mind. Watch the first 5 seconds carefully. That tiny window is when their brain is scrambling. Look for clusters, not single signs. Sudden face touching, breaking eye contact, a longer pause than usual, a shift in tone or pitch. One signal means nothing. 2 or 3 together, that's when you lean in mentally. After 5 seconds, they've likely constructed a smoother answer, but those first moments, that's raw. 3. Establish their normal. You can't detect change if you don't know what normal looks like. Before discussing anything sensitive, observe them casually. How do they usually sit? Do they speak quickly or slowly? Do they maintain eye contact? This is their baseline. Now, when the topic shifts to something important, look for differences. If someone who normally gestures confidently suddenly becomes stiff, that matters. If a fast talker suddenly slows down dramatically, that matters. It's not about body language alone. It's about changes in behavior. 4. The consistency check. Truth is remembered. Lies are constructed. Ask about the same event twice, but in different ways, spaced apart. First, "You were at the mall yesterday, right?" Later, "Which store did you go into first?" People recalling real events stay consistent naturally. People maintaining a fabricated story have to remember what they previously invented, and invention slips. 5. Weak language signals. Listen closely to wording. When people are confident in the truth, their language is direct. "I was home." When someone isn't fully committed, it sounds different. "I think I was home. Probably just at my place. I guess that's what happened." These softening phrases create escape routes. They reduce commitment. Pay attention when important statements come wrapped in uncertainty. 6. Sudden topic shifts. When pressure builds, many people instinctively try to escape the conversation. You'll notice a random pivot. "By the way, did you hear about—" "Oh, that reminds me of something." That shift often happens when they feel exposed. Instead of confronting aggressively, calmly bring it back. "We'll get to that, but first, finish telling me about—" Watch how their comfort level changes. 7. Interrupt the timeline. Fabricated stories require concentration. If someone is explaining what happened, gently interrupt and rewind the timeline. If they say, "I left work and went straight home," interrupt with, "What were you doing right before you left work?" Truth flows naturally in any direction. Fabrication struggles when you disrupt the sequence. Mental overload reveals cracks. 8. The false detail test. Slip in a small, incorrect detail. "You said it was raining that day, right?" If it wasn't raining, someone telling the truth will immediately correct you. But someone lying may agree because they're more focused on preserving their story than fixing your mistake. They don't want to destabilize their narrative. Here's the most important part. None of these techniques work alone. Look for patterns, clusters, shifts, and always combine what you see with intuition. Your instincts often notice inconsistencies before your logic catches up. Use these tools wisely, not to accuse, not to manipulate, but to understand. Because once you see deception clearly, you move differently. If this helped you, comment which technique surprised you the most. And if you want more psychology strategies like this, subscribe and stay sharp. See you in the next one.